Are you overpaying for child support? You might be overpaying and you might not even know it. Child support in Arizona is calculated using the Arizona Child Support Guidelines. That's basically a worksheet that the court has put together for us that analyzes different financial factors as well as other factors pertaining to the children so that it can tell you exactly what your child support obligation is. When analyzing child support in Arizona, the court's going to evaluate a list of factors including both parties' income, how often they're having parenting time with the children, who's providing health insurance for the child, who may be providing childcare for the child during their parenting time. All of these numbers go into a worksheet and it tells us exactly who needs to pay the other parent and how much you're required to pay per month. Child support in Arizona can be modified. That process is relatively straightforward. If one of the parties' incomes have changed or if there's been a change in circumstances pertaining to something like parenting time or something else that may impact your child support, you can request that the court reevaluate your child support obligation. To initiate that process, the party would file a petition to modify child support, and then the court would reevaluate using the Arizona Child Support Guidelines to determine what the appropriate amount of child support is that you or the opposing party should be paying. Falling behind on child support, understand the real consequences before it's too late. Child support consequences can be severe. Arizona takes child support extremely seriously. In the court's eyes, it's viewed as your #1 priority. Your child support should be paid before your mortgage gets paid. That's how the courts look at it. So if you've fallen behind on child support, the court has a wide array of enforcement-related sanctions that they can impose on you. Those sanctions could include things like attorney's fees. It could include things like jail time. It could include things like having to pay a several $1,000s purge amount towards the past due child support amount. Falling behind on child support can be very difficult. If you're finding yourself in a situation where you've fallen behind, you should talk with an attorney to evaluate whether or not it might be possible to reduce your monthly child support obligation to ensure that you can get caught back up. Have you missed your child support payments? Are they piling up? Here's how we can help. Enforcing child support can be a complex process. We need to file a petition to enforce. It's important that you have the appropriate information in that petition to enforce to ensure that you're successful with that. Now, I will say enforcing on child support can be a good process in that if the other party is behind and they're violating a child support order, they can be found in violation of that child support order and can be ordered to pay your attorney's fees, to reimburse you your attorney's fees for having to have filed your petition to enforce. So this is a process where you can force the other side to get caught back up. We can explore sanctions against the other side for having violated child support orders, and you may not be, in the end of the case, responsible for having paid all of your attorney's fees for having to go through that process as well. If you have questions about child support in Arizona, give us a call. We'd love to talk about your case.